Ohine Yeshirawo.
Thank you for joining our platform. Please pay attention to this video as we are going to give you more insight about our traveling consultancy and how things work. Maybe you may have not taken time to watch our previous videos to check our credibility and our history. So before we get into today's video, let me show you raw evidence for you to know that indeed Chaffers, we are 100% legit and real. So with me here are a sample of visas that we picked for some of our applicants. You can see this is Canada. We have another one here for Canada. All were picked in the same month. Another one here. Another one here. Another one here. Another one here. We are even picking more next week. We've picked some already. So if in case you couldn't get time to observe some of our testimonies and our works, at least this is something to convince you or to prove to you that indeed you need to listen to us. So how does our visa processing works at Chaffers? Now, before we begin, let me educate you. This will help you in case you are even already with an agency still your visa, or in case you want to start your visa processing, what you need to know about the Canadian visas. Once it comes to Canada, okay, there are a lot of visa categories. They have the study visa, they have the worker visa, which we've done a couple of them. You can check our videos on YouTube, you can see most of them we've done in the past. Then we have the visit visa, which also done some for people and are still doing it for people. Now with these three kind of visas, all right, only two of them allows you to work in Canada. So if your intention is to get into Canada and to work, then please pay attention to me very carefully. You would either need a study visa, which is what we have here, a lot of them, study visas. All right, these visas allow you to study in Canada and also work. Or you will need the worker visa. However, if you are going to enter into Canada with a tourist visa, as at today, the time the video was recorded, visitors are not allowed to work in Canada as at today. That is August 2023 when we recorded this video. So please, if somebody out there is promising you a working visa to Canada, make sure your visa is a worker visa or a study visa. If it is a visitor's visa, you are going to struggle a little bit to find jobs to do. We'll get into that in another video. Now, for those of you who maybe someone have promised you worker visa, mind you, most of you, your visa is going to be visit visa. And I'm going to show you how you can know that your visa is a visit visa. You see there's a document pasted right now. You see a part written as application number. Now, if your visa is going to be a visit visa, you see that the application number will start with a V. So once they give you the letter for the biometrics, check to make sure that the application number starts with which alphabet. If the alphabet was a V, then it means your visa is not a worker visa, but a visit or tourist visa. So you have to go back to your agency or your agent and then make sure that things are done right. Even if maybe you don't have a biometric letter, okay, you can pick your passport, the one you use for the biometric, all right? If you've done your biometrics already, once you go back, and then you, you pull the receipt they gave to you, as I pulled one here. Yes. You will see a column, they've written Visa Office File Number. Now the Visa Office File Number, okay, this one, because this one was a student visa, it started with an S. So if somebody out there has taken your money and promised you a worker visa, pick your passport and check. If your biometrics letter, the Visa Office File Number starts with a V, it means it's a visit visa, not a worker visa. It's a worker visa. If it is a worker visa, it should start with a W. So that is a little bit education for you, for free from Chaffers, just to help you out there. Now let's come to Chaffers, how our process works. Currently, we do assist with all the visa types for Canada. Visit visa, which gives you a lot of years, but you can only go in and come back within 6-month period. You are not allowed to stay there, you're not allowed to work with that visa. We also process for student visas and then the worker visa. The purpose of this video is going to focus on the student visa and the worker visa, because that's what most of you will need, or that's going to be the most recommended visa for most of you out there. With our processing in Chafas, okay, you would first of all submit your documents, which will give you the checklist. Always consult us for the current documents required for any visa process you want to do with us, because the documentation are subjected to changes based on the immigration structures and policy and regulations. But once you submit the documents we need, you would be required to pay an initial payment of $100 payment. All right. Now, this $100 is going to be used for a review and assessment. We have our immigration consultants that will work with outside there. So we push your documents to them. They go through, then they give us a rundown to how to run your case and also tell us your possible chances of getting the visa you are seeking for. Mind you, we do this to safeguard and to help you so that you don't spend cumbersome money on the process when your chances of visa are very low. Even if your chances are low, they would allow us to, educate you as to things that needs to be done to increase your chances. So the review for the $100 is for this purpose. Once you pass your review, the next payment you make, all right, is going to cover the applications we will do, whether it's a student visa or a visitor's visa or a worker visa. It will cover for the applications we will do, your visa fee, your biometrics, your medicals. If it is a visit visa, the reservations we will need to do and all those things involved. Always consult us for the current price packages because the packages are subjected to changes. There are instances we do run promotional packages. That is why I'm leaving most of the details out, so that once you reach out to us, we can share the current details with you for you to know what is happening now. Because as at the time this video is recorded, I cannot use this present information for you, but I'm just going to explain the structure that we use to work here to educate you. Once you make the payment, now mind you, the initial processing charges, okay, it is not refundable because most of the payment that we make for the processing are not refundable back to us. However, should there be an instance, maybe your luck is not too much and then your visa gets denied or declined, the money is not lost. It is not lost because we are going to do a reapplication for you, which the only money you will pay for the subsequent reapplication is going to be your visa fee, which will be taken out of the money to be paid after the visa based on what you and us agreed on. Is that clear? So you do your review for $100, so we ascertain and then your document and then send them for review to see your chances, and then we inform you. Once you're okay to proceed, you make the next processing charges or payments involved. Please consult us for the current prices as I made mention, but the review is always $100 with us. That one, it is always $100. After you pay the processing charges required, then we do what we need to do. Sometimes, some supporting documents that we may need to support your processes may come at an additional cost. Sometimes, not all of them. So please bear in mind, all right? So, as I made mention, if your visa gets denied or refused, don't lose hope, because with us, we have had a couple of cases that their visas were denied. Some did their visas elsewhere, they got denied. They came to us and then we assisted them and they had it. Some too we did for them. The first attempt was not successful, but the second one was successful. If your visa is not approved for the first trial or the first attempt, as we made mention, we are going to reapply for you again, but you would cater for the visa fee in the second reapplication, which will be taken out of the service fee to be paid to us after your visa goes through. So that is it for that. So on that note, we hope that you've been educated enough and have the information you need concerning our visa processes. If you want our assistance with a student visa, there are some basic documentation that you may need to provide for us before we can assist you with your processes. All right. In case you don't have them, once you contact us and they need to be and we need to make arrangements to help you to get some of these documentations, we will discuss them with you. We cannot put every information out there because this is a public domain. So please pick our number, and if you need any clarification or information, reach out to us. Now, mind you, all our service costs or money that are going to be paid to us, it doesn't involve one, your ticketing. Your flight is not involved with the money you pay for our services. Secondly, your accommodation is not involved. However, we can assist you with these things and help you to get them, all right? But they are not part of the money that are going to pay for the processing we need to do for you. Also note that we can arrange for airport pickup for you upon arrival in your destination. But some of these services may come at an extra cost because, as you know, over there in international waters, people are paid by the hour. So you don't expect that someone will sacrifice their entire working hours to come and pick you up at no cost, because somebody may need to pick Uber and stuff to meet you at the airport and those kind of things. But your departure assistance from Ghana comes at no cost. We are going to assist you, but the assistance doesn't mean that we are going to pay for your ticket. No. All right. Our package involves the review, the processing assistance, and then you pay us something little after your visa comes out. To know more about our current price packaging, always consult us and then get the right information. But the education has been clear. If somebody is promising you worker visa, check to make sure that the biometric letter they give to you for your biometrics, all right, has application number starting with a W. If your biometric number starts with a V, it means that your application is a visit visa, not a worker visa. If it starts with an S, it means it is a student visa, not a worker visa. If it starts with a W, then it is a worker visa. But the beautiful thing is that at Chaffers, we assist in all these visa types. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. If you still want proof, there are more here. There are more testimonies also on our page, and there are more visas also coming. Whether you want a fresh application, you want us to assist you with your reapplication, just consult us and we'll give you the best of services. Till we meet again, my name is Chris, Mr. Chaffers. Bye-bye.